Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Tarot by Melissa, and in today's video we're going to be doing a Law of Attraction check-in reading. So what I will be doing is doing an energy check-in to see where you're at in your current manifestation. So you want to think of something that you are manifesting, something that you are trying to call into your life, and what this reading is going to uncover for you is how it's going, right? Like, what's a status update, and is there anything that you need to be aware of that's potentially blocking you? We will also be channeling some time frames in this reading as well. So if that sounds like something that you are needing support and guidance in at this time, then definitely you're going to want to watch this video. Let's get into some disclaimers. First and foremost, this is a general reading, so keep in mind that some of the messages might resonate quite specifically to you, while some of the other messages may not. As I always say, if it doesn't feel like it fits your situation, simply release it and let it go. Please do not allow it to get you upset. Remember, these are general readings that are really just meant for general guidance. If you did want to book a personal reading, all the details on how you can do that will be linked in the description box down below. Personal readings are always a great way to get a more specific and accurate read on your own personal situation. All right, so let's go ahead and get into our pile selection. Today we are doing another pick a color versus a pick a crystal. So for pile number 1, we have this dark green dragon color. For pile number 2, we've got this dusty rose. And for pile number 3, we have the dark apricot. So I want you guys to think about your manifestation, take a deep breath. Go ahead and select the color or the pile that you feel the most drawn to. And once you've made your choice, scroll down to the description box below to locate the timestamp that will take you to your chosen pile. See you there. Hey there, pile number 1. If you guys picked out this green dragon color, this will be your reading, and we are looking into the status of your manifestation. So we're going to look into the overall energy, where things are headed for you, and what's helping you and blocking you as you move through this new energy that you're calling into your life. So you guys do have dragon, which says power and legacy. We have the new moon in Aquarius. And we have Take Your Power Back, Archangel Raziel. Okay. So where you guys are at in your manifestation, it feels like you guys are kind of like at the beginning stages of this, with it being in a new moon energy. New moons do typically talk about new beginnings in our lives, and the new moon in Aquarius is telling me that there is a need for this group, if you have not done this already or if you've been struggling with this, to try to kind of emotionally detach from this situation a little bit. Aquarius is a very detached sort of energy. It's an air sign, and it is kind of a pragmatic energy. And I think as well with Aquarius, I'm wondering if for some of you guys, if this manifestation that you're calling in is something that's a little bit kind of outside of the status quo, maybe it's something a little quirky or different, and it definitely appears to be tied to your legacy, right? The dragon card is a really powerful card. It's giving the energy of heritage, ancestry, legacy. What is it that you're building for yourself for the very long term? So this manifestation does seem to be something that's much more future oriented, long-term focused versus something that this group is trying to call into their life really quickly. And so if you came to this reading, you're like, but I've already been doing so much work. Don't stress, because just because it says here that you're at the beginning of this manifestation, it doesn't mean that you haven't made any progress, right? It's just that it seems like what this group is wanting to call in is something that's much more, it's like a marathon, not a sprint, if that makes sense. So it's going to be a little bit of a longer journey to call it in, but you're setting intentions to get there now. with the energy of take your power back. This says use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. So I think that this is a group where maybe you've started this already with the new moon being here, but there is an energy of needing to set very clear intentions around what you want. This doesn't mean that you have to have every specific little nuance and detail like planned for yourself, because I think when we start getting into that territory, sometimes we can almost block beautiful manifestations from coming into our life because it might not look in the specific way that we thought about it, right? But there is a need to channel some clear intent into this so that you are moving in a specific direction while still maintaining a sense of detachment around what the outcome looks like. This also says use your God-given power. This card talks about power. So there's something about you channeling your inner power, your courage, your confidence, your skills, whatever your unique skills are, pile one. This is what you should be tapping into and channeling and leveraging in order to get yourself closer to where you want to be. So let's look to see kind of where you're headed with this astrology card next. Whew, okay, so you guys have the lunar eclipse. So I think that before you're going to see the return on your investment for this manifestation, there's going to be some major, major change in your life. Lunar eclipse is like the major closing out of chapters. Sometimes this can even feel like something being taken from you or rocky, kind of just like uncomfortable energy. And I feel like maybe for this group, you're used to a certain way of living. You're used to a certain type of structure, stability in your life. And you are calling in something really different for yourself with Aquarius here. So there is going to be a need here for you guys to kind of be willing to let go of certain things as you see them leaving or crumbling away from your life and not resisting that. Because a lot of times we need to allow the old to fall away so that we can receive the new. Okay, so it's like an inevitable change that you guys are moving into. Like whatever this is that you guys are calling into your life, I feel is like highly destined. It's something that you are supposed to be doing. It's an energy that you're supposed to be moving into. And in order to bring in this newness, we have to be willing to let go of the old. Whew. Okay. All right. So pile one, I want to see, let's look to see what's supporting you in your manifestations at this time and what's blocking you. We're going to look at a couple of decks for this. So what is currently supporting pile number one in their manifestation at this time? We have a Six of Pentacles. And what is blocking or standing in their way with regard to this manifestation at this time? Two of Swords. Okay. We're going to pull a couple of these little chakra cards for this as well. So let's get some clarification. What is supporting pile one as they're calling in this manifestation? We've got the third eye. And what is getting in their way or potentially blocking them? We have cycles. Okay. So I think that what's supporting you at this time are the efforts that you're putting in. With the Six of Pentacles being here, I think that you all need to continue to be generous with your time, your energy, and your resources. I also feel for some of you that you could be receiving support from others. You know, like a lot of times with the Six of Pentacles, this is when we're getting help. We're receiving support. Maybe we're receiving some sort of financial support from someone or something at this time. There's definitely this energy that you are being supported through generous effort, whether it's you putting forth the generous effort or receiving support. I also see here that your third eye is very much open. So this is telling me that you guys do have a very clear vision around knowing that this is the right path for you. And this card specifically talks about trust. Trust your intuition. It is in contact with a higher source of knowledge. So there's a trust of self that's really supporting you through this. And that is one of the most powerful spaces to be in, because you guys clearly are aware that there's a need for a major change with something in your life, and you're listening to that and honoring that and starting the process of moving into that energy. I also think too, with this third eye coming up here, this is great because it's sort of showing me that you are seeing things realistically as they are, not projecting illusion of what you want it to be, right? I think that there is an understanding that this is something that's not going to happen overnight. This is something that's going to take time. It's going to take effort and dedication. Again, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And I do think that there is an acknowledgement that there may be a need to receive support from others to help you get there. Aquarian energy is kind of like sometimes collective energy too, where it's like we're thinking about the group efforts, community efforts versus just us as the individual. So that could be something that's tied into this for you as well. Now, what's blocking you here with this Two of Swords is this energy of potentially being in okay. What I think is blocking you guys is we have this energy here of the chakra balance. This says, out of chaos comes creation. So I feel for some of you guys, there's been something around this manifestation that has been challenging for you. Maybe there has been something going on as you've been on this path that has felt chaotic or stressful. And there's this energy here of, with the Two of Swords, potentially feeling like you're at a stalemate with it. This could involve another person for some of you, or like a workplace. I don't know. Like, because we have the two people here with this Two of Swords, it's making me think that it could have to do with other people. But it's going to be really important for you guys to be decisive here. I think it's going to be really important for you guys to remain balanced and look for balance. Manage the chaos and look for balance. And in order to do this, I do feel that with this Two of Swords, you've got to be willing to confront the chaos, right? You can't just ignore it. You can't just say like, oh, I'm just like staying out of that. You know, you've got to take your power back, as this card says, and set some clear intentions here. Like, there's chaos energy. There's energy of trouble sometimes, right? Or discomfort. So what are you using? How are you channeling this energy to create, right? Out of chaos comes creation. So you cannot ignore and just try to kind of fly under the radar. Like, you've got to be able to do something with this energy, I guess. I don't know if this is making sense, guys. I'm just kind of channeling. But, all right, let's continue. We're going to do two more decks. First, we're just going to do this general, this deck just to kind of see what else you guys need to know. And then we'll channel some time frames for you. So what else should pile number 1 know about the progress of their manifestation at this time? Listen to your intuition. Yes, just very much echoing that trust card that's there. So continue to listen to your gut instincts, because they are giving you clear messages about where you should be going. We also have no need to worry. So don't stress. You know, just continue to trust the process. Don't stop at the bottom. Keep pushing forward. So let's see, pile one. Now we're going to channel a time frame for you. This doesn't necessarily mean that this is like when the manifestation is coming true, but for me, I just like to look at what is the significant timeline or time frame that you guys should be aware of. Okay, so let's just kind of see, like, when is a breakthrough coming? What is a significant timeline for this for pile number one? We have the month of August, so the summertime season could be significant for this group. We have the next water sign season. So right now we are in Pisces season. Next water sign season is going to be Cancer. So kind of that summary timeline. And then we also have Capricorn season. So the following Capricorn season, or maybe even some of this has started in Capricorn season for you of this year. Bottom deck energy, Cancer season. So it definitely seems for this group that like the summer season, July, late June, July into August is going to be highly, highly significant to your manifestation efforts here. So pile one, comment below. What are you manifesting? How did this message resonate? I always love hearing from you guys, so please drop me a line below and let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so you'll be updated when I post the next reading, and I do look forward to seeing you then. Bye. Hey, pile two, if you guys picked out this dusty rose color, this is going to be your reading. So we're looking to see kind of the status of your manifestation. We're looking at the energy around it at this time, what's blocking you, what's helping you, and then we will be closing out your reading with timelines as well. So let's go ahead and see. So you guys start off with Dusty Rose. We have the waning moon. This is like your overall energy. And then we also have the counselor. Okay, so with this manifestation pile two, with waning moon coming up here, what I'm feeling is that you guys are maybe my group that needs to kind of let something go with regard to the situation. And I know that's really hard whenever we really, really want something because we tend to want it for a reason, right? It's hard to release that attachment, but so much about manifestation is learning how to put forth the effort enough to show what it is that you want and to create and co-create with the universe with what you want. But it's also about being able to detach, being able to not be attached to the outcome and being able to just really trust that it will happen because it has to, right? Trusting that it's going to happen just as soon as you can trust and know that the sun is going to rise in the morning, okay? When you guys, I feel like I've used that analogy before, but when the sun rises in the morning, it's like we don't even think about that because we just know it's happening. It happens every day. And so that's kind of how we have to start thinking about our manifestation, right? We have to think, yes, I am going to get that romantic partner. Yes, I am going to get that job. It's going to happen, right? Just the same as the sun coming up in the morning. It's so like you trust it so much, you believe so much that it's going to happen that you're not worried about it anymore. And thus you're detached, right? Hopefully that makes sense. But with the waning moon, this is telling me that you guys maybe have come to like a peak point in this situation where something about your manifestation has come to a heightened state. And now it is fading and diffusing, and it's time to cool off a little bit. It's time to let something go, release something with regard to the situation. With the Dusty Rose coming up, this says your love has aged. So this is definitely something that I feel is related to your heart space. This manifestation is something that you maybe love doing. It may have to do with love, romantic love, love of work, love of life, really could be anything. But with it saying your love has aged, this is making me feel like there's a maturity here. There's a progression here, a deepening of love here. Something where it's more mature than it was before. And this card, the counselor, it's saying you are a natural counselor and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. So maybe for some of you guys, this is part of your manifestation, is being a counselor to others, being of support to others. supporting others with consultation and guidance and advice. And experience with this card. The Dusty Rose, your love has aged. It's like you're able to provide wise, experienced counsel to others. So, but there's something here that you are guided to release at this time with the waning moon, with your manifestation. So let's continue. Let's see kind of like where you're headed. And for this, we have the energy of Leo, I will, which is beautiful. Beautiful gold energy on this card. So I feel like where you guys are actually headed with regard to your manifestation is you're coming into a time of getting a lot of attention. I think you're coming into a time of being in the spotlight. I think you're coming into a time of having all eyes on you. I kind of get this energy from the counselor as well, right? Like there's something really special that this group is able to provide. And you are heading into a period of getting recognized for this with the Leo card being here. Leo is about recognition. It is about confidence. It is about being in the spotlight. For some of you guys, you actually may need to be working on your inner confidence and working on some of these themes coming up soon. Leo energy is about your willpower to keep going, your willpower to show up and be authentic, your ability to be confident, standing up in front of a group and standing out and speaking your mind and showing who you are, right? Creativity is coming up as well with Leo. So some of you guys may be moving into a period of creativity and abundance. But I definitely feel that there's there's some sort of exertion of effort here with Leo. So let's see for pile number 2. So we're going to look to see next what's supporting you in this manifestation and what is potentially blocking you. So what's supporting pile 2 in their manifestation at this time? Queen of Swords. Ooh, very cool. Interesting with all the snow energy here. Okay. And what is potentially blocking pile number 2 at this time with their manifestation? Four of Pentacles. We're going to pull a couple other cards for this for clarification, and then we'll get into it. So what is supporting pile 2 at this time in their manifestations? We have the throat chakra. It makes a lot of sense with that Queen of Swords. And what is potentially blocking pile 2 in their manifestations at this time? What's getting in their way? Interesting. Sacral energy. Yes. Okay. That makes sense with Leo now. You guys are about to move into a time of channeling more creativity, creative energy coming up here. So I definitely think that what is supporting you guys at this time is your ability to be discerning and wise and clear in your communication. This card of Dusty Rose, your love has aged. Like I was saying, it's showing maturity in essence. So I think a lot of you guys with your manifestation, maybe you are realizing that right now is a time of winter season. It's a time where things are cooling down for you. And maybe there is no resistance to it, right? Maybe this group is sort of willing to release something that they've been too attached to with regard to this situation. But it's so interesting how we've got this snowy night here and the Queen of Swords in the snow. The Queen of Swords is all about being clear and discerning and clear communication. And going back to this Dusty Rose of being mature, like the Queen of Swords is very mature because they're very experienced. They've been through a lot to have learned many lessons. They've been hurt in the past, right? So they understand how to be fair and discerning and not let people walk all over them. They're very boundaried, right? But you guys also have the throat chakra, vulnerability. Showing vulnerability is a sign of strength. So I feel like what this group has going for them is your communication skills and your ability to be this Queen of Swords who's very sharp and intelligent and strong, but also be willing to communicate your soft side, be willing to communicate your vulnerabilities. And leverage that as your strength. And maybe this has to do with spotlight energy, right? Maybe some of you guys with the counselor card here, need to be able to leverage your communication skills to influence or support others in some capacity. And I feel that your strength in this situation is supposed to be to talk about your experiences, to talk more about the mistakes you've made, to talk more about the lessons you've learned, and really share that wisdom with others. Now, the energy that I feel is blocking you guys at this time, we have the Four of Pentacles and the Sacral. So sacral is sort of creative life force energy, okay? And it's so interesting because this energy is very cool over here, and we've got a lot of really warm energy where you're blocked and where you're headed with Leo. So the sacral chakra, this says fertility, let your life burst forth from the seeds of creation. I feel with this Four of Pentacles that this group is kind of holding on to something. They're holding on to something that is outmoded, or holding on to something that is a comfort zone, holding on to a specific way that they've always done things out of fear of opening up a little bit to new. And, or maybe it's not even that. I think that with the Four of Pentacles being here, I think that this group is simply needing to open up your mind to new things with regard to this manifestation, okay? Because this fertility card is about creation. It is about newness, right? It's about creating something new, giving birth to new ideas. And I think that what's blocking you all is maybe holding on to an old idea or a comfortable idea. It could have to do with money as well, because, or your relationship with money, because of all the coins that are here and like the money that he's hoarding. I think there's a need to kind of loosen up a little bit, go with the flow a little bit more. Queen of Swords is very strict, very structured energy, right? Leo is also a fixed sign, but the sacral is about being able to just go with the flow a little bit more, bring more lightness into the situation, be playful, be creative. And that's kind of where I see you guys going with the Leo energy, is stepping into a place of being a bit more creative and thinking about things in a new and different way than you had in the past. And with this card coming up as the blockage, I think that's why you're moving into this energy of Leo. I think that you're moving into a time where you're going to be opening up a little bit more to new and different ideas and new and different ways of going about this manifestation, which makes a lot of sense because something about where it's been going needs to be released, okay? So let's continue for pile number 2. What else should they know about this manifestation? And then we will move into your time frames. So what else should pile 2 know about this manifestation of theirs? Ask your angels. Okay. Let's see what else. Reconsider. Yes. Yeah, I feel this is a time to reevaluate. You guys also have in the near future at the bottom, so there may be some answers coming in the near future, but I feel with Ask Your Angels, there's a need here to kind of tap into your spiritual side, or tap into your faith, whatever it is that you guys practice, and really look for that support and guidance from signs, synchronicities, the universe, prayer, whatever it is that you all like to do. Looking at things from a higher perspective, a spiritual perspective here. Because I think with the Reconsider card here, there is a need to think about this differently, okay? That's why we have all this creative energy and the Leo energy coming up, because you guys are needing to think about this a little bit differently and creatively here. And even though we're letting something go with regard to the situation, there's a lot of potential here to start fresh and start new and create. So not all is lost. Just because we're letting something go with regard to this doesn't mean that you cannot still continue, but it just needs to be approached differently is what I feel. Okay, so let's close it out, pile 2, by just channeling some time frames. So this doesn't necessarily mean this is like when the manifestation is going to happen, but what it means is these are significant timelines for you with regard to this manifestation. So this may be like when a breakthrough is coming, when you may see progress. Maybe it is when it comes in. It'll be different for everybody watching. So what is the timeline or time frame that pile 2 should be aware of with regard to their manifestation? Aquarius season. So for some of you, this may have started for you during an Aquarius season. We also have the month of May coming up. I know that we've already passed Aquarius season this year. This could be next Aquarius season. Maybe for some of you, though, it started during Aquarius season, this manifestation. Let's see. When you lean back and let the universe take care. I added these types of cards into this time frame deck because I feel like it's so necessary sometimes, even though it can be annoying when you just want to know the answer. But yeah, so the month of May is coming through as a significant month for this group, but I also think this is kind of echoing the waning moon. When you lean back and let the universe take care of it and support you, this is when you're going to start to feel less resistance around this manifestation. Because I do have to say, pile 2, with the 4 of Pentacles here and a little bit with this Queen of Swords, even though the Queen of Swords is your strength, there's a lot of fixed energy. Leo too, right? There's a lot of sort of this fixed energy about and rigidity that I'm getting around this situation. And there's a fear of letting go of something. But I think that it's going to be really important for you guys to let it go. Let go of the need to know the outcome. Let go of the need to know what it's going to look like, the answer, when it's coming, all the things. Because I feel that that is creating a lot of resistance and making it harder for you to call it into your life. So I'm really curious, pile 2, to hear what you've been manifesting. Please drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you're manifesting and how you feel this message aligns with it. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so you'll be updated when I post the next reading, and I look forward to seeing you then. Bye. Hey, pile number 3, if you guys picked out this dark apricot color, this is going to be your reading. So we're looking into where you're at with your current manifestation. We're going to also be looking to kind of see, we'll look at the overall energy. We're going to see what's helping you, what's blocking you, where you're headed. And then we're also going to be looking at some time frames for you. So let's kind of start with your overall energy. Starting with dark apricot, we also have new moon in Taurus. And we have peace. Beautiful. So for this group, I feel with your manifestation, this is sort of a new manifestation with the new moon being here. New moons typically represent new cycles, new energies. So a lot of you guys may have just kind of started off on this particular manifestation, or just started planting the seeds, or just right now have the idea about it in your mind. Okay. But the new moon in Taurus it says prosperity lies ahead. So I feel for a lot of you all, this has to do with your lifestyle. I feel like this has to do with your finances, maybe your career, your comforts. And I feel with this dark apricot being here, find the humor. There's sort of this energy of wanting a lighter way of living, maybe, or taking a more calm and lighthearted approach to the situation. So even though Taurus is about like finances, quite oftentimes it's about like money, I feel like this group is wanting like I don't know if you guys want like a softer way of living, or like a softer, more smoother, peaceful way of like earning money, or I don't know. There's something here though about like, it says find the humor. So I feel that this group is wanting to have just a more light and calm and peaceful energy in their life around this, and more fun too. You know what I mean? It feels like lifestyle energy versus like career to me. But with the peace card being here, this says peace comes from remembering that only love is real. I have the most peaceful energy as I'm tapping into this pile number 3. Like, this feels like bliss, what I'm feeling right now in my heart space. So I definitely think that for this group, you are aligned or aligning with this manifestation. Like, because I'm feeling what I'm feeling, I can tell that there's not like resistance, there's not stress. at least so far that I'm seeing. It feels like this group is doing a good job of acting as if, right? Because a lot of times when we manifest, there's this lack energy that we can struggle with, where it's like this desperate energy that kind of, pushes the manifestation away. But I feel like this group is acting as if. Like, I feel like you're saying affirmations, or you're in a space where you feel like you already have it, which is a good place to be in. So let's take a look to see where we're headed. And for this, we have Libra. I balance. Okay. So I think where you guys are headed with regard to this manifestation is more literal balance. Libra energy is also telling me that for some of you, partnerships could be really important to this manifestation. So maybe for some of you, you are working with a partner on something, whether it be like a business partner, a romantic partner. There's something about partnership that could be really important coming up for you with your manifestation. Libra energy is also like legal stuff too. So there could be something about legalities or legal documents. This is not legal advice, obviously, but there could be something about that realm that's coming up for you guys as it pertains to this manifestation that you're calling into your life. So I want to look now to see what is supporting you in this manifestation and what is potentially blocking you in this manifestation. So for pile number 3, what is supporting them in their manifestation at this time? Keep seeing all these Pentacles cards as I shuffle, so we'll see what comes through. But what is supporting pile 3 in this manifestation effort? Queen of Swords, okay. And what is potentially blocking pile 3 or standing in their way as it pertains to this manifestation? Four of Cups. Okay, I'm going to pull a couple of these chakra cards too for clarifiers, and then we'll get into that. So what is supporting pile 3 in this manifestation effort? We have the energy of trust, the third eye. And what is blocking pile 3 in this manifestation effort? With the Four of Cups. Ah, the heart space. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. So starting off with what's supporting you, I feel with this Queen of Swords that this group is pretty clear about what it is that they want. And I do think that this group, you guys have a lot of confidence and the ability to speak it into existence, to speak the things clearly to others and self about what it is that you desire. I also feel like for this group with the Queen of Swords, you are very discerning and smart, kind of going into this Libra energy, right? Like Libra is an air sign that is Queen of Swords. So I do feel that this group has a quite fair and balanced way of approaching things and a really smart, strategic way of approaching things, right? You're wise, you're using your experience to help you. You're not making rash decisions here. This is about making well-informed decisions along the way, okay? And with the third eye coming up here, this is one of the best things to have, in my opinion, in a law of attraction reading for manifestation, because you guys with trust coming up, this is telling me that you are trusting that it's going to happen for you. It says trust your intuition. It is in contact with a higher source of knowledge. So you are believing and knowing that this will happen for you as you continue to call it in, as you continue to place effort. There is an inner knowing of trusting yourself to make the right choices and decisions, knowing that you're smart, knowing that it's going to be okay, and also trusting that the signs you're getting are correct. You're not second guessing things. You're seeing your situation very clearly for what it is versus projecting onto it what you wish that it could be, okay? Now, what's blocking you guys is really interesting because we have a Four of Cups and we have this energy of love, the heart chakra being blocked. And that's so interesting because I was feeling such a warmth in my heart space as I was tapping into your energies here. With this Four of Cups, I feel like this group has a little bit of energy of dissatisfaction in their life right now. And I think that this group is actually missing out on opportunities to experience more in their life or just experience more with regard to this manifestation. The Four of Cups is often when we're overlooking things because they may not look the way that we want them to look. They may not feel like how we want them to feel. You guys have a lot of options, more options than you realize that you do. But there's this energy of apathy or just kind of not really seeing them. So I definitely think for this group, it's going to be important for you to open yourself up to things that are different, okay? To things that are different than what you would typically envision for yourself, because there are opportunities all around you. So I think for this group, I'm guided to say the next time somebody offers you something, the next time somebody approaches you to have a conversation, just take pause and just talk for a second. Like, don't dismiss it right on the face. Give it a little bit of a chance, just a little bit. Open up your mind a bit, open up your heart. Okay. I also think with this group, there's an energy of maybe just apathy in general with life. Because the Four of Cups is like apathetic energy. It's just like we're bored, things are blah, you know, and so that could be blocking your progress as well. If you're just kind of like, it's this energy just like sitting inside and just like watching life pass you by in a sense, you know, and that could be a situation for some of you guys. But with the cat being here, there's good fortune all around you. You are very fortunate. And heart chakra coming up here, it says love. Love is a verb, so make it your most treasured action. So there's a need to move with love. There's a need to do what you love. And maybe for this group, something that could help you and aid you along the way is to invest in the things that you love. Connect with the things that you love, right? What are your hobbies and interests? What are the things that you like to do? I don't know how that relates to your manifestation, but it's coming through, so I'm just saying it. Yeah, like take action toward the things that you love and move with love versus being closed off. I also kind of feel with this group, there could be a slight energy of feeling like you're not good enough for the thing that you're manifesting that's blocking you with that heart chakra coming up there. Some self-worth stuff potentially. It's interesting though too, because it says peace comes from remembering only love is real. And I kind of had like dismissed that at the beginning, like, because I didn't really get it, but now it makes a lot of sense. There's something here about your heart space, you guys, that needs to be thought out a little bit. Like, maybe this has to do with relationships for some of you guys. I mean, with the new moon in Taurus, it kind of felt more like finances, but I feel like maybe it's relationships too for some of you guys. And I don't know, like, I don't know why. I'm thinking of the movie Interstellar. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie. It's so good, but like, you know, I think of how Brand was so connected to her former partner that was on that planet. Remember? Like, I don't know if you guys have seen it. You have to watch the movie to understand, but like kind of the whole thread of that movie was how love is the right answer always. Like, it's not the science equation. It's not, you know, whatever. It's love, the connections you have with people. And so I'm wondering if there's a need for this group to make more connections with people. And something about this is going to help your manifestation. Okay. All right. So, okay, let's continue. We've got If You Believe coming up. So what else does pile 3 need to know about their manifestation, please? We also have within the next few weeks. So you guys are already getting a timeline coming up. We're going to look into that in a minute. But yeah, I mean, I think that this group, If You Believe, is talking about like it's coming if you believe, right? So you've got to believe that it's really happening for you. You've got to believe it's really out there for you. I think you guys have the trust. I think you have the open third eye. But do you really believe that you deserve it? I see within the next few weeks, there's something coming through for you with your manifestation. So some sort of breakthrough, some sort of sign, some sort of progress is coming. So hopefully get excited for that. And let's go ahead and close it out, group 3, by looking at some additional timelines for you. So The timeline doesn't necessarily have to mean this is when the manifestation is coming true. Again, it looks like you guys have just kind of started off here. But the timeline can be significant breakthroughs and or just significant times in general with the situation. So what timeline should pile 3 be aware of with regard to this manifestation? Okay, so we do have Cancer season coming through, and we have what does your intuition tell you? You guys have a lot of intuition energy coming up here as a strength. You guys already intuitively must know something about this. We also have delayed coming up. Okay. With August at the bottom. So Cancer season and August, the summertime seems to be significant. It does seem like something it might be coming through for you in the next couple of weeks, but I don't know. It feels like the ultimate answer you're looking for might be coming a little bit beyond that. So within the next few weeks, it looks like you're getting a preview of something. And then over the summertime is when it seems like a bigger breakthrough is coming for you, group 3. So I would love to hear from you guys in the comments what you're manifesting and how you felt this reading resonated with that. So drop me a comment down below and let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so you'll be updated when I post the next video. And I do look forward to seeing you then. Bye.